Oh, I'm sure you're as thrilled to see this as I am. Uh, but I am unbelievably bored. So I figured that I'll do another video while I'm playing this fucking thing. I'll do that mission, especially as it's less than 10,000. There you go. Don't think that'll do anything to my rank just yet. No, still 76. Anyway, I thought I would do another video because I'm bored and there's something that I want to do in the game. So I figured I may as well record it. But before we do that, before we go into it, it's been a little while since I did anything with this game. But it has been a while since I've gone through my stats. So Trader rank, as you can see, is now at 35% past Tycoon, and Explorer rank is 21% past Pioneer. My balance is now up to 140.8 million, which isn't bad given that I have 5 rather heavily upgraded ships. In terms of stats, current assets have passed the 1 billion mark. Only just, but they have 1,091,091,907. Credits spent on ships is at 1,010,000,000. It's not likely to go up anytime soon. Credits spent on outfitting is at 5,737,000,000. Repairs at 29 million. Credits spent on fuel 1.9 million. Credits on munitions 1.7 million, and 3 insurance claims of 31.3 million. With combat, bounties claimed is at 6,746, which has given me a profit of 181.4 million. Combat bonds of 5,691, which has given me a profit of 120.2 million. The assassinations and all that guff hasn't changed for a while. Skimmers killed is at 59. Crime hasn't changed all that much. Lifetime fines value is still at 3.2 million from 114 fines. Bounties received is now at 10. Lifetime bounty value of 3,270. Smuggling hasn't changed much. Still at 9. Black market profit of 313,865, 418 commodities smuggled. Average profit is a mere 8,967, highest single transaction of 86,400. Trading has changed a bit. Market network is up to 223, trading profit of 525.2 million. Commodities traded has passed the $500 million mark. No, it hasn't. It's past the 500,000 mark. Fucking getting my millions and billions confused. So they are at 512,142. Average profit of 203,826, which is the highest it's ever been. And highest single transaction is still 2,479,752. Mining, well, I was doing a bit of mining for a while, and profit from mining has finished on 7,997,405 from 746 minerals refined. Materials collected at 376. I think that has gone up a little bit. I did finally do a little bit more materials collecting, although I really don't need to. And finally, exploration systems visited is now up to 4,610. Profits from exploration at 77.9 million from 608 level 2 detailed scans. That hasn't changed for fuck knows how long. Level 3 detail scans are now past the 50,000 mark, 50,791. Highest payout hasn't changed, it's still 542,059, which I am more than happy with. Total height space distance 146,423 light years. Total hyperspace jumps of 9,409. Max distance from the start of 6,947. Shock horror, that hasn't changed since I came back from Crab. And approximate time played hasn't changed in over a week, because it's been a week since I played the thing. SRV distance travelled is now past the 700 kilometre mark, just 703, and then the CQC, which is just bollocks. So I'll quickly show you the outfitting of the ASP. It's not been outfitted completely as an out-and-out Explorer. I do still have some stuff on here that I would not usually put on the out-and-out exploration ship, such as a D5 shield generator. That wouldn't be there normally. Cargo rack, I'll keep that there. If I was doing out and out exploration, that would be changed for a fuel tank. So it's all, you know, compromised stuff. Now I am going to be doing an exploration trip, and my destination is the Eskimo Nebula. Now I'm planning to go here for a little while, but then I got bored shitless with the game, so it never happened. But now I'm going to do it anyway. So the system within the Nebula is GCRV 4981. I know what's in there. There is the Class O blue-white that you can see there. It's a fair old size. You're about 70 light seconds away from it when you arrive in the system. The only other object in that system is a black hole, quite a sizable one. It'll be the biggest that I have encountered in the game. Obviously nothing like the supermassive black hole at Sagittarius A not out, but it's still a decent size. Okay, replot that. So it's 27 jumps. First system on the way is 32 Tauri. No idea if I've scanned that or not. Guess we'll soon find out. But I mean, a destination that's only 27 jumps away isn't going to take an enormous amount of time. It will take long enough though. I won't bore everyone by doing the entire journey. I'm also trying to watch the end of the one-day cricket, so they're going to need 8 runs to win. There are 255 for 8, so I only have 2 wickets in hand, but needing 8 runs to win off 26 balls, you got to say South Africa are favourites. Right, piss off.
Ship released. Engines engaged. Landing gear retracted.
Now I've been having issues with ShadowPlay, as you know, but I may have fixed them. I don't know for sure. If I have, great. If not, then there's a good chance that some of this will fuck up. Yes, I did see that jump as the planet moved. Okay, so I have not been to 32 Tauri before.
Frameshift drive charging.
Well, no time like the present. It's type F. Would be nice if every single system I go to is one that I haven't explored yet.
Fuel scooping.
So, I won't hold my breath for that one. I'm not going to explore that other fucking sun, 41,000 light years, light seconds away. Bollocks to that.
Fuel scooping complete.
Right, so next is Air Retest Sector RY-P A6-1.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Keep an eye on my exploration figures. So it's gone up by 1 at the moment. I was hoping to avoid brown doors. I suspect I'm in an area where I can't do that. Well, there's 9 planets here, but they're all going to be fucking worthless. Nearest one's 475 light seconds away, so that's going to be a complete waste of time. Right, well, there's no point in me covering this whole fucking trip, so you know the drill. I'll be back when there is something to come back to. Right, back again, a lot sooner than I thought. I'm already taking a bit of a diversion. A system with a rather intriguing name of Tehat Posterior. We are 19.4 light years away from it, and yet it's that bright, so this must be a giant of some kind. I doubt it's a supergiant, not this close, so it could be a red giant. Doesn't have the blue colour to it, it has that sort of orangey glow, so I'm expecting it to be a red giant of some description.
2, 1, engage.
Let's see how big it is. I'm actually going to explore to see how big a posterior is. Oh well. I did say I was bored. It certainly is a big posterior. How far away are we? 374 light seconds. That's a fair old distance. Okay, it's not Beetlejuice, but it's certainly far enough. 16 objects here.
Fuel scooping.
Let's see what they are. So they are all probably worth exploring, but they're 17,000 odd away. These are a fair distance away, but I suppose considering they are orbiting a red giant, I suppose that's to be expected. Oh, there you go, another big bastard sun. And this one is certainly within, well, it's not within populated space, but it's not far outside it.
Fuel scooping.
Timed quite nicely.
Fuel scooping complete. Fuel scoop disengaged.
Now I could land here, but really not worth it. That's the other planet that's orbiting this star. Yeah, I'll explore that other planet, but I'm not going to bother with the ones that are 18,000. They're going to be around 20,000 by the time I finish with that other planet. Okay, well, I'll be back when there is something to come back to. Okay, getting closer. 5 jumps away, and the next jump takes us into the Eskimo sector. I am also absolutely convinced that we can now see the Eskimo Nebula itself. We get away from the star here. It should come into view
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Relatively quickly. It's very bright, as you would expect, since there is a Class O star in the centre of the nebula itself. It's quite small, that's it there. But yeah, it is quite small, it's just the one system within it. But that is it. No doubt about that. I can see the red and the green. So, certainly getting closer. As I say, 5 jumps to go.
Frameshift drive charging.
So, we'll be there pretty soon. In the meantime, back when there is something to come back to.
2, 1.
Alrighty. Next system is GCRV 4981 within the Eskimo Nebula. Let's go and take a look.
Charging.
As I say, I know what's here. There's the Class O star, which we will emerge in front of,
4,
roughly 70 light seconds away from it.
1. Engage.
And bearing in mind the supposed astrophysics of the game, that means that Frontier Developments are saying this is the largest gravitational source in this system, which is utter bollocks, because the other thing in this system is a black hole. There we go, we were 70 light seconds away from it. But yeah, the other thing in this system is a black hole, and it's the largest one I have seen, well, other than watching videos of Sagittarius A not out, or what do you call it, the Great Annihilator. So, fuel scooping done.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Now we are quite close to the star, so we're not going to see the nebula at its best yet, but already we are still 71,000 light seconds away, but already you can see the distortion around the black hole. The nebula cloud is certainly distorted around it. So I mean, there's no mistaking the it's sort of reddy, orangey brown and sort of blue green colour of the nebula cloud. The nebula must be relatively young because the cloud is extremely dense, and the nebula itself is quite small. Of course, the explosion that caused it can be pinpointed quite accurately because we're flying right towards it. The black hole is the remains of whatever star was here that caused the or that exploded and caused the nebula. Be interesting to know what the composition of the star itself was that caused such a very definite colour variation. I mean, the star must have been something pretty massive, so I suspect probably another type, another class O star. I mean, it needs to be a star that's massive enough so that when it explodes and whatever's left collapses, it would form a black hole. There aren't very many stars that will do that, but a type O is certainly one of them, or class O I should say. So while we are approaching the black hole, we've had some more announcements regarding what will be in 2.1. The new class 4 weapons have finally been confirmed. We are going to be getting class 4 beam lasers, pulse lasers and multi-cannons. Now, does this mean we'll also be getting class 3 multi-cannons? Because of course we don't have those in the game yet either, but we've had class 4s confirmed. Your guess is as good as mine. So what does the inclusion of these weapons change? Well, not a whole hell of a lot really. I mean, there are only 4 ships that can use them. The Further Lance is the smallest, and then you have the Anaconda, the Federal Corvette and the Imperial Cutter. Obviously the Corvette is going to be the ship that benefits the most thanks to it having 2, but I suspect there are going to be more ships when the additional ships start coming in. More and more of them will have the huge hardpoint, and class 4 weapons will be more widely used. We have no idea of what the prices of these weapons will be, given that class 3 gimbaled lasers are around 3 million a pop. Expect the class 4s to be somewhere in the same sort of price bracket as a class 3 beam turret, which is around about 16 million I think. Now what I would like to do is get close enough to this black hole to be able to actually see the black hole itself. Now that could be quite risky. There's a good chance I'll be taking heat damage if I do that. But we'll give it a go. And the nebula certainly looks good. I do wish that there was a planet we could land on here so we could see the nebula from the dark side of the planet and see just how vivid those colours are. I mean, they look quite vivid now, but from a planet's surface, especially if we're on the dark side of the planet, they must look quite spectacular. So the light distortion from the black hole is becoming more and more prominent. Huge sort of whitish grey blob where it should be that greenish colour. star field behind it is slightly affected. Yeah, you can see it is. But it shows the size of the black hole already, even though we're nowhere near it really. But I mean, the fact that you can see the distortion of the colours of the nebula cloud from the moment we turned to face it, so while we were still some 71,000 light seconds away, gives you some idea of just how massive it is. And compared to any star that isn't a neutron star, it's tiny, but by black hole standards it is quite large. Effects that it's having as far as viewing the star field through the nebula cloud. You need to start slowing down. Salvageable wreckage that far from the black hole. Oh, there's one ship that ran into trouble out here. So we're able to start scanning it while we were still just over 2 light seconds away. That's, by black hole standards again, that's a long way out. The orbit line's going absolutely fucking mental. Ah. Now is that the black hole itself we can see there, that black spot? Is that it, or is that some more of the distortion around it? It looks like it's actually a bit of both. You can see the black hole right in the centre of that distortion, but it's not easy to see it because of, well, the amount of distortion that's being generated by it. See a stupendous amount of distortion from around the centre there. Still fine as far as temperature goes. Oh, now we're too close. So 102 kilometres will drop us out. Quite some hefty lensing around there. I think you can just see, if you look right in the very centre of the black hole itself, what's that body exclusion zone hit? What's that doing? Does that mean we can't get any closer? Fuck. Let's give it a try. The heat has gone up quite a bit. Yeah. As soon as the body exclusion zone hit comes up, it stops me. And I'm sure that was not always there. I'm sure that we were able to get closer to them at some point. Well, there you go, that is GCRV 4981b from 100 kilometres out. It's about as close to a black hole as you're ever going to want to get. But because of the nebula cloud around, we're seeing a good amount of lens distortion. But I'm afraid we're going to have to fly away from it. So, a bit of a flying visit, but there you go. Right, we may take some heat damage trying to get away here. Yeah, we need to actually get into the escape vector.
4, 3, 2, 1, engage.
Heat is going up, but that's as high as it went, so in fact we didn't have too much trouble getting out of there. There you go, some serious lensing there. And we're still seeing it with that what looks like a star, which is actually light being distorted from the black hole. It's fading away and it's gone. If we turn back, already the distortion has subsided quite a bit, but you can still see the centre of it just. Can't now. Well, there you go. So that's the black hole at the centre of GCRV 4981b. No, not the centre of that. The black hole is GCRV 4981b. So now I need to decide what I'm going to do next. I've got two options. I can either go back or I can carry on going to somewhere else. Now if I go back to where I came from, well, I won't go exactly back where I came from because I started at Diaguandri, as you saw. I will probably go back to Seoul, maybe, well, actually I don't know if I'll go all the way back to Seoul. I may go back to somewhere in the Federation anyway. Or I can go on to another nebula. It won't be Elephant's Trunk there. That looks like NGC 7822. I'm not going there because I've already been there. But there is one I want to see. I've got no idea what direction it's in. Is that it? Sort of. Right. There are actually two nebulae with this name. It's the Veil Nebula. Now if we go check out Veil Nebula East, okay, clearly that nebula I was looking at is not it. Now this one looks a bit boring. It looks just like, well, one of several nebula I've already visited. Not least the Jellyfish Nebula. Largely because I think it's using the same sort of template design as the Jellyfish Nebula does. I mean, it's not as bad as the Witch's Head or Running Man Nebulae. There are fucking, well, a ridiculous number of nebulae that use that template. However, Veil Nebula West is a completely different matter. That I think looks fucking stunning. Problem is, it's not a planetary nebula, and it is somewhat small. So we have this one here, or this one here. Probably our best bet as far as getting up close to it. Thing is, I didn't realise it was 2,000 light years away. I thought it was about 1,500. I really don't feel like doing a 2,000 light year trip. So I think that's made up my mind for me. Nice impressive way that Barnard's loot suddenly just appears from nowhere. Okay, well, Val Nebula is definitely somewhere I want to check out. I'll tell you somewhere else I want to check out is there. That is Messier 31, which I would certainly like to visit, if only. And of course there, the Large Magellanic Cloud. Anyway, that's all completely irrelevant. So, right, the fact that that's so far away has made up my mind for me. I'm not going to the Val Nebula from here. So let's well, let's see what I'm not going to go straight back to where I came from, because that means I'll be jumping into the same systems all the time, but I do want to head to Federation space. I want to try and improve my Federation rank. So let's, oh, fuck it, let's see what we're at. Sol's here. Ah, Sol. Someone had to say it. Fuck it, let's lay in course for Sol. And then if there's anywhere half decent on the way, I can just say fuck it, I'll stop there instead. Alrighty, so how many jumps is that? 30. That's not too shabby. Okay, well, that's this video done then, and the next part will, I guess, be showing how much I made, if there's anything to show there. So, yeah, back when there is something to come back to. Right, well, ShadowPlay was its usual reliable self, so those changes that I made have done absolutely fuck all. So it didn't show, well, it didn't save anyway, me selling everything. I made about 1.4 million, so profits from exploration is now up to 79.3 million. Explorer rank went up by 1% to 22%. And Federation reputation went up by 1% as well. Big fucking deal. The rank didn't go up at all, though I wasn't expecting that. I think I have to do actual missions for that to go up. So it wasn't a complete waste of time as far as, oh yeah, I did the old doing the paint job to repair the integrity. But yeah, it's worked out reasonable enough, I suppose. So now it's well, off to Dear Guandry to outfit this ASP again, and then, well, I don't know if I will stay in the ASP or do some Federation missions in the Python. So undecided about that, but one thing I'm not undecided about, there was some wanker in who made a comment on my I think it's LHS 62, or was it LTT 62, whichever it is. Anyway, the one where the ring system is cutting through the moon like a circular saw blade, and his wonderfully insightful comment was, put your teeth in. So yeah, I'm supposed to be offended that somebody could tell that I have a speech impediment, which I have mentioned countless times before, and the fact that this person has made this comment and therefore shown that they don't like it means that I shall continue to do so. I will make no attempt at all to actually change it. So there you go, you've got exactly what you didn't want, but then since when have I ever bowed down to complete fuckwits like that? Never. And I'm not going to change now. So right, anyway, that's well, that's what I'm going to be doing next, but you'll be glad to hear that I'm going to spare you that as far as doing it in a video. That's this video done. So this is Commander Lucosa saying, go away.